Hey everyone, I'm Sandy Sappington. Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. So today we have Exit 44, the band, here today. So can you guys just go through and tell me your names?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Connor Kennedy.
I'm Cody Hudler.
I'm Caleb Pern.
And I'm Ryan Townsend.
Great. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks again for coming in. So I just want to start off, what is the inspiration for your band name?
So, we get that question a lot because Exit 44, any name that involves numbers, I feel like usually has a story behind it.
I think so too.
Exit 44, there's a highway in Charlotte, which is where me and Caleb are both from, called 485, and it basically goes around Charlotte. And me and Caleb both live off of Exit 44. If we're going this way, then I would go right and he would go left. And
so got like homeland roots.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's pretty cool. I love hearing that. That's pretty cool. So I know I heard your name, so give me a quick rundown of each of the band members. Like, you all go to Liberty, so what are you studying, like where you're from, what you're interested in, so yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start off again. I'm Connor. I'm the lead singer and guitar player for Exit 44, and I'm here at Liberty. I'm studying interdis in commercial music and cinematic arts production.
Nice.
And so I guess I'm interested in music and making videos.
Nice.
So I play drums in the band. I'm studying religion and psychology. I'm a senior. Obviously, music is a big part of my life and has been growing up. And then I got to Liberty, and I've just developed a passion for writing and teaching when it comes to scripture and stuff. So that's kind of what I've been doing here, and that's what I love. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm Caleb. I already said that. I'm studying music and worship, and I'm from Charlotte. I forgot all the questions.
You're good. Just tell them about yourself.
What are you
You're
studying,
good.
and what do you like to do?
And what do you play?
I play the guitar. Studying music and worship, and it's cool because Connor and I grew up together and have known each other for a long time, and that's something that we've always been involved in is music ministry in local churches and in gigs that have been presented to us kind of outside of that context too.
Yeah.
So being here and learning more about that world is great.
Awesome.
So I play bass in the band, but I'm also our engineer and producer. So I'm studying music, recording, engineering, and production.
Cool. Okay.
So that's really cool to be able to use that. So our first single and stuff we've been working on since we've started, I've produced most of that, and it's been really cool.
That's why it sounds so good.
Nice. It does sound good. I was listening to your song Potential but right before you guys got here. It's really good. You guys have a lot of listens. I don't know what the term on Spotify is, but
streams.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Streams, yeah.
We definitely feel really blessed to be able to have that many.
That's awesome.
We don't feel like we deserve it, but we're excited to have it.
When did you start? When did you guys get together and decide to be a band?
So I'm terrible with dates, so I don't know when it was.
Just in general,
it was our sophomore year.
Yeah, so we're all seniors now.
Okay.
So it was our sophomore year. We've been doing stuff together
Ever since freshman year.
since we got here, pretty much. I met Cody my freshman year, and Caleb met Ryan their freshman year as well, and then we kind of brought them together at the end of freshman year and sophomore year, and we played stuff together. We got offered some worship nights that we did at churches, and then in the School of Music we did a couple things. Whenever I was majoring in artist development for the artist development showcase, we would play for it, but we weren't a band yet. We were just friends that played music together. And so sophomore year we saw that Student Activities was doing a Battle of the Bands, and we were like, oh well, we should do that. But we've been wanting to kick off start being a band, so this is the time for us to do it. And so we really established Exit 44 as a band, and a song that we've been working on, we finally had something to release it under, so we got working on that really hard, and then went to the Battle of the Bands, and so it was great.
Awesome. Wow, that's really cool. So kind of off of your music, what genre would you classify yourself as?
We we definitely reach into a lot of different styles. It's pretty solid rock and roll, but sometimes we reach more into indie. Sometimes we reach more into southern. So we kind of call ourselves southern indie rock.
Yeah, I think the term we eventually came up with was southern indie folk rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like
I
that.
mean-
Something like that.
Yeah,
More words
okay.
you want to tag on?
No,
to
I'm
that?
good.
That's pretty cool. So then, what artists would you say that you're most similar to? So like, if someone like thinking about, looking at your band and they, say they like this other artist, like what artist would you say you kind of compare yourself to, like sound wise?
Yeah, we reach the most from 2 different artists, and that is Colony House and Need to Breathe.
Okay. Cool. Nice. So then, if given the chance, what artist would you want to open for? Like, if you could pick.
Colony House and Need to
Colony.
Breathe.
Yeah, it like kind of goes off of it.
Yeah.
So then, my next question is like, what artist would you want to collaborate with? Is it like the same thing?
Yeah,
or-
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So, can you kind of give me a little rundown of like the music you have out now?
So we have Potential out, and then we're working on some stuff now that we're looking at mid-November
Okay.
and late November to release. A couple more singles. I don't know how much information we want to.
Yeah, no worries.
But
Yeah, basically right now we just have Potential on
Yeah.
wherever you listen to music.
Deezer.
But yeah, we just have Potential out right now. And like you said, we've got 2 more singles that we're wanting to release mid to late November.
Awesome. Well, I'm super excited for that. Definitely gonna be listening. So what is, I guess you kind of already answered, but like what's next for you? Like where do you want this band to go? Like do you want this to just be something that you do in college, or do you want to like take it, go cross country, go on a road trip? What are you thinking?
Do you want to answer this? Or?
That's a question that I got a lot over the summer. Kind of like, is this a side project? Are you just doing it for fun, or like, do you feel like you want to pursue this forever? And we've had that conversation as well, and I think that we're all very much invested and would like to, given that we have the work ethic to make it happen, I think we would all love to pursue this for as long as we can. And so far this year, I mean, these guys have just worked their butts off on making it happen and working on these new songs. So yeah, I know for me, and based on the conversations that we've had, I think we'd love to do this for a long time.
Great. Wow. Well, I'm excited for that. Go ahead.
I think that, like he said, we had conversations about that. Because when we first started, it was fun, and then it was like years flew by really quick, and it's our senior year. And we're all going to be in different places when we graduate. And so we were all like kind of sad because we were like, we know that's not going to be able to work out. So we were all getting lunch one day, and it was like the last 5 minutes that we were getting lunch, and I was like, hey, I want to bring up something really quick because I feel like it's unfair to you guys if I keep this hidden, but I'm starting to get really nervous because I don't know what we're going to do whenever we graduate. And they were like, okay, cool. And then we were all just left super bummed because we didn't talk about it at all. We were just really upset about it. But then we came back and we had lunch like a week later, and we all kind of came back with what we had thought about through that week, and all of us were on the same page. We were like, if we are semi-successful this year, we all agree that this is what we would like to do full-time whenever we graduate. And then we released Potential, and we're blown away by, it did pretty well. And I think that we were at 60,000 streams in the first month.
Something
like that.
Something that we didn't deserve.
Yeah, and we were really blown away by that, and so we're like, yeah, maybe we could do this. And we learned a lot while recording that single that we're implementing into these 2. And so yeah, that's what what we would like to do is we would like to see this come out as a full-time thing whenever we graduate.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad for that. So I have good music to listen to. So then there's obviously a lot of people around Liberty who are, they really want to get into a band or start their own band, whatever. So what would some advice be for those people?
Oh, that's a good question.
I would say, I remember when we first wrote Potential, I think we wrote the music in our dorm room, and I remember telling Connor, I was like, hey, you have like a week to write lyrics. And because usually, like Connor said, usually he comes in with the lyrics and the idea first. But that time when we were Potential, we had the music, and then we kind of gave him a deadline. It was kind of funny, but I think having that motivation, and then at that time Exit 44 wasn't even an idea in our heads, I don't think. But I think having that push and like knowing you want to do something, but then just doing it. I think that a lot of, at least I know of some musicians back home that like they have all these crazy ideas, but they don't do it because they feel like they don't have the resources or they can't do it. We didn't have the resources whenever we started Potential, and it's blown up way bigger than we thought it would. And so I think that would be my advice, is just to do it, you know, and give yourself, you know, your own kind of push and motivation for that.
Yeah, I think you just have to really be willing to work with your bandmates and really be willing. I think the best thing for our band is that we're always open to anyone's ideas. We'll try anything once. And I think that's something that's really kept us on track and really allowed us to like continue our friendships as well as continue our band. So I think that's a really important thing to remember.
Yeah, be willing to do the wrong thing.
I think that it's really fun to be with a band. You really just find a group of people that together you can make a better sound than you make on your own. Because being a part of a band is all about what you can do to make the band better. It might not necessarily be your part of the band shining. It might not be me screaming some vocal line that makes the song better. It might not be like a crazy guitar solo that makes the song better. Like maybe it's us doing something together that makes the song shine. And so that's where, like, coming from being an artist, like an individual artist, it's everything that you can do to showcase yourself and showcase your songs. But collaborating with a band, it's everything you can do to make the songs that you guys worked on together shine, and not just you as an individual. And so it's finding people that you're okay with doing that with. And so we didn't force it. Like, I think we all kind of came to Liberty thinking like, oh, maybe I'll find people to make a band with, but we never really thought about it that much. We just found friends and all ended up in the same place, and then eventually just decided to do it.
Can I add one more thing to that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
One more thing I thought of is that, like, with Potential, we've talked about it a lot. Like, we wondered, like, why did it get so much more streams than we thought it was going to? Or when we won Battle of the Bands, like, you know, how did we win that? You know, and we've heard a lot of people tell us that, like, they can tell that we love what we do, and so that causes them to love it too, and they can hear that in our music and stuff. And so I'd say some advice is just like, you know, if you don't love what you're doing, then change it up and do something that you love doing. Like, we love Potential a lot. I think it will be like the heart of who we are as a band for a long time, and so I think people see that and know that, and so that would be some advice that I would give is do what you love and don't shy away from that.
Be authentic.
Yeah.
For sure. So I guess like the backbone of so much art is really just passion. So doing what you love, that's gonna get your message through to the people that are listening or viewing your art or anything. So great. Well, that was some really, really great stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming in and talking to me. Again, this is Exit 44. You can find them on Instagram, and then you can stream their music, Spotify, Apple Music, like wherever.
Pretty much
wherever.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.